as you can tell, it's been a good little minute since we've been back.
Right.
Since, somebody been slacking, somebody been acting like they dying or whatever. So,
People can't get sick no more, but all right.
I'm just saying, bro, you ain't got COVID, you can still come and film the podcast.
I'll be dying. Diabetic. Diabetes. Dying. That's what that is.
I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of getting a cookie right now. So.
Yeah, because I'm diabetic. You want to kill me too?
Merry Christmas. You lucky it's the goddamn holidays, man. If not, bro, we'd be fighting right now. But anyways,
everybody?
I'm Bean.
I'm Dip.
And this is
the Bean Dip Podcast. We are back in action.
So I'm going to start off. I'm going to steal his topic.
What's up? What's good?
Talking about the T.I. and Son beef that was going on this past weekend.
T.I.'s son is the definition of what happens when you don't whoop your children, man.
Discipline. Spoon-fed kids. But
and it's the first thing he yells in the video. Yeah. I ain't never ate from no silver spoon.
But if you really think about it, be realistic. He was born into the wealth, the fame, everything. It'd be different if he was already born and his dad wasn't famous at the point.
Right.
So, but I'm talking about if you're just bragging do you not happen to know how old he is anyways?
No, I don't know. I know he's T.I.'s youngest. I know that much, but I don't know his exact age.
But think about it. You got the youngest son over here thinking about he talking about instead in the video I was talking about business.
Talk about I stand on business. If you drop me off in this hood, I stand on business. I wanted to be outside. I didn't want to be in the gated community. Why do you want to be gangster so bad, bro? I don't get it.
I mean, but plus, and then you see in the video too, he literally pushed his mom too, and he was just all she was trying to do was calm him down, settle him down a little bit, because he was getting a little bit too big for his britches, literally.
That's the best way to describe it.
It's really what he was getting into, to be honest. I mean, and then it's funny how his own dad, T.I., put him in a little headlock to get him under control. He should have gave him a little nugget too at that point.
Come here, little boy.
Yeah, come here.
I don't know though. I feel sorry for that whole family because it's that shit happened at the Falcons game, 50 years of hip hop event. All eyes are on y'all, and then he was already live, which to me was the disrespectful part. You having a disagreement with your parents, y'all arguing and shit. Don't hop on live and do that shit, bro. That shit is so lame to me.
But if you really think about it, a lot of celebrities get messy on the internet anyways nowadays, if you really think about it. But in that situation though, the way he was talking, and if you see him I've never really knew him, his son like that. It's mainly the main time I heard about his son was during this event.
I've been peeping his son, and he's I want to say he wants to be who T.I. used to be so bad, because he's got a video where he's got it looks like a G-Wagon, but they outside of the school, and some kids are talking shit, and he's like, nah, come on, what's up? And he pulls out a bag, and it looks like it holds a gun in the bag, because he starts to sip the bag, and everybody's like, no, he's like, what's up? The video, that's about as far as it gets. So I think he tries to be like his dad.
I mean, it's like saying the same thing for...
He's not a bad artist either.
I mean, it's like saying another example for a duo like that would be Ice Cube and his son. But his son don't do that, though. It's
Ice Cube's son is really, really, humble, too.
Exactly. He's humble as hell. I mean, but because you got to think...
And he's a good actor.
Plus, you got to think, though, too... Exactly, especially in his role on Straight Outta Compton, yes.
Oh, yeah. He played his daddy hard, and he did the one movie where they were all thieves. Den of Thieves, I think is what it was called.
Oh yeah, no,
where it's got the 50 Cent scene in the garage. Yeah. He did good in that movie too.
But in general, it's saying this is a different example of that though.
What's up, everybody?
Would be that complete opposites. I'm trying to give a different point of view where the son is humble, and then you got T.I.'s son, which is he's trying to act gangster when he's not really gangster.
You have two children that are birthed into fame, fortune, success.
But also with the dads being both from the gangster world. Them two used to be gangster.
But you gotta look also at who Ice Cube and T.I. is. T.I. been to prison countless times. T.I. was known for his recklessness. I don't really think Ice Cube has that same rep, but Ice Cube was known in the hood Ice Cube stood on his.
Ice Cube made that name though.
Yeah, exactly.
He made the name. You gotta think he was the main nigga who was going against the police back then. Him and his group, NWA, was going against the police.
I was actually kind of heartbroken when I found out that he wrote all the Eazy-E songs, because I see Eazy-E placed up on this pedestal. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the music that I've heard from Eazy-E. I didn't get to live exactly through that era of music,
What
but
you mean?
yeah, I was super baby, if not, probably not even born when they came out with that.
Dude, what? I thought you saw everything in the world. I thought you saw when like Jesus came and
I was supposed to
everything.
be fucking Father Time.
Pretty much.
You fucking asshole. But when I found out Ice Cube wrote all his music, I was like, why do artists that get their music written get so much glorification? Like that.
I mean,
know.
but if you really think about it, artists in general, but we're not on that topic yet. We're still on this little T.I. little situation. But in general,
Don't shut me up.
I will shut
Don't
you
shut
up.
me up. I just caught what you just did there. Don't do that.
No, you done that several times.
Bro, you never finish any of my topics, and you change my topics all the time.
I'm literally hopping on the same topic.
No, I know, but most of the time when I bring the topics, you be.
I
We
know,
end up in
and
a whole other
I'm
place.
staying on your topic.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you did.
Also, but in general, like the way that he was acting was very unprofessional in his image, because now everybody's gonna see his image as this, as
Not
like
only-
this,
not
like
only
it's like it's like a
unprofessional.
spoiled kid.
Not only unprofessional, but like you, first of all, you disrespecting the hands that fed you, the hands that made you who you are. You wouldn't be the little dude you are now if it had not been for your daddy's success. Because now you can ride around and people know you are Tip Harris's son. You are King. That's his name, King. Like, everyone knows you already. So, like, while you're saying, I stand on business, I've been outside, half the places that you go to, people know who your father is already.
So I'm saying you already got a head start. It's like saying one of us trying to start our rap career or whatever. We're starting from dirt bottom. Ain't nobody know us. But it's like saying if I'm starting from dirt bottom and my dad's like, let's just say for example, since we're Spanish, Peso Pluma's like my dad, and I'm known as his son, so I already got that.
You have clout. You have that clout. You have that.
Oh, it's like saying
you get a certain level from certain people.
It's like in general, even if you just open up, even if you just do social media, you still already got to jump because everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's his son.
Right.
You're already gonna get that following and every damn thing else in general. But honestly, like I was saying,
hey, he's gonna end up getting checked though.
He gonna get checked or end up.
Did you ever tune into, you know who Reverend Run is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who Rev Run is? God, I forget I'm talking to such a youngster.
Oh,
They were the dudes in the 80s that started the whole Adidas suits with the Kangol thing. I ain't been there just yet. I ain't far from it, but I ain't been there just
Don't
yet.
be talking to me.
Anyways, Rev Run is like one of the first
I can stretch
people.
my legs without cracking too.
It's like legendary hip hop royalty, but he is also somebody who's been in the game forever. All of his children, they have been in the game forever. Not been in the game, but they have been in the life of fame since they were born. He had a son named JoJo. JoJo started rapping. JoJo was nice, but JoJo started getting on that gangster shit, bro. And I seen the video and the meme the other day where they had that nigga yoked up because they was like, yo, you ain't street, stop. Like, stop. And what I don't understand with T.I.'s son is you have a financial status, a celebrity notoriety that can create opportunities for you that people like you and me have to build from the ground up, like you said, from the dirt. You can walk into certain rooms we can't even pay to come into because of who you are versus us. Why wouldn't you take that to create just a better opportunity? Why do you want to be gangsters so bad?
It's like saying that, but it's sort of going to hop off a topic a little bit, but it's sort of going to correlate it with it. It's just like saying, you know, your parents give you the opportunity, take it, but don't take it for granted or take advantage of it.
Right.
Because I see a lot of kids out here, for instance, they take advantage of the situation. They're like, oh, I ain't got to pay for nothing. If I'm in trouble, my parents going to come bail me out, whatever. Like, everybody doesn't have that opportunity. Like me, like saying, if we had that opportunity, I'd take it and be humble with it, and I'll try to build on top of it.
I was gonna say I would have went so many different routes in life with that kind of opportunity. And there's so many people around here that I see doing the same thing like T.I.'s son. They want to claim struggle. They scream about this. Oh, I gotta da. You living in your parents' house that they pay for. Your car that you have is co-signed by your parents. If you fall off tomorrow and one of your bills can't get paid, you can call mommy and daddy and boom, 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 the money's there. We don't have those kind of opportunities. And don't get me wrong, I don't shit on them. I don't shit on them because if you have that blessing, by all means, man,
congrats.
Take it.
But when you claim it as your own, like saying I did this by myself, it's like exactly what I said. Like you're saying it's your own. You're claiming, oh, I did this all by myself. That's when it's like I get a little ticked off because it's like doesn't mean you got help. I mean, there's no problem saying, hey, my parents helped me with this shit, but
Right.
like they helped me from the beginning, but I'm building on top of it. I
But
took
be
advantage.
humble about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Just be like, hey, they helped me out. I'm admitting to it. But when you're claiming, oh, I did this by myself, and saying I did it, nobody helped me. I did this with hard work, and I'm like, think about it. You driving a $50,000 truck. You work at McDonald's. Be realistic. That's just obvious, and it's lifted and everything else. Be realistic.
I know somebody around here. I'm self-made, da 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 da, and it's like everything you literally have to this day, and they're almost my age. You got from your parents, and there's like I said, there's nothing wrong with that because if you have that opportunity, like you said, take advantage, but be humble about it. Don't put yourself in the same bracket as other people. It's just like you. I ain't gonna put your business out there. The things that you have, the things that you've accomplished, you can't say, well, shit, my mommy got me this, my daddy got me this. Nah, this is you went out here, you started this and grew this and got this out of it. They don't have that. They have.
Cause see, that's exactly what I was gonna say too. I was even gonna bring it up, and you literally read my mind about that. Cause like people, when people see the shit that I have, they think it's from my parents.
But that's because typically people your age in this day and time, that's where they're getting it from. Most of the kids. There's not a lot with your story in this generation. Like this generation is a bunch of fucking lazy fucking sons of bitches that don't want to work and want everything handed to them and feel entitled. You went out here and got it. You said, okay, I'm not going to work for the man. Like I'm not going to work for this company. Like I'm going to make my money. I'm going to determine my hours. I'm going to find something I'm passionate about and I'm going to make something lucrative of it. And that's what you've done.
I mean, I get that, but it sort of irritates me, but it's sort of also funny though. It's like when people's like, "Oh, your daddy got you this, your mommy got you this." I was like, if you really want to think about it, I got more shit than my parents. I got like, no, I'm not putting that business out there, but think about where one of the parents is living at right now. If you want to think about it, and then it's just like, think about what's everything's in this house. I own everything in this house. I own everything outside. He only owns everything in that room.
Right.
And it's not me being cocky or whatever, but it's like when people try to call you out, cause like you know me, like I have this one homegirl. I get it, proud of her. Like she busts her ass over the years. But she's doing everything she wants now. She's talking about she getting like she's one about to bring the side by side cash. She got all this. She just went and got a rental property. But congrats, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on it. You busted your ass for it. But she's she's like it's her own money, so it's congratulations. But it's like when people try to talk down on me or whatever because they know me, whatever. I was like, yeah, I came from here, here, and here. But people see me in my old neighborhood, and they're like, I look up to you, and it sort of hits a little different because I did say I was like, if I ever left you, I'm gonna make something out of myself. And I did. I might not be where I want to be at because I had a lot of setbacks. If I didn't have those setbacks, bro, we would not be here right now. But I still made it work regardless.
I was about to say, to be even where you and I are standing with the setbacks and the situations and
It
the
could be a lot
things
worse.
we've been through, we're doing, to me, I'm doing good. I'm okay, I'm doing acceptable because I'm not where I want to be, but compared to where I was, I'm sitting nice.
Well, according to everybody, every adult person I talk to, they're like, I don't know what the hell you did, but congratulations of what you built for yourself so far at a young age.
But that's what I told you when you told me how young you are and what you got going on. I didn't have all of this at that age. I mean, I had materialistic stuff, but it wasn't off of no like hard work compared to you, the honest like grinding legal way. I was extracurricular activities to get mine,
Off the
but
books type of thing.
right. But it's the kids these days. I don't know what's going on, but
I mean, it's like saying like, do I want to have some other things? Yeah, but you got to think, it's people who's buying like new trucks and they're like, hey, how come you still driving the same vehicle? I was like, one, I bought this thing when I was 15, bought it in cash, paid off, it's already there. Yeah, okay, cool. But like everybody's like, damn, you still driving the same truck? I was like, one, this truck's still good. It runs drives. That's what I needed to do.
get you from A to B, man.
But as you can tell, I mean, like I said, there's multiple options that I have, but it's not me being cocky. It's just like saying, hey, you got it, you got it. You don't, you don't.
Right.
But to the point where I am now, yeah, I am struggling. Yeah, of course. But the thing is, I'm not letting me down anymore. I just got to figure out a plan.
Right. The struggle don't define you.
But does it put a toll on you? For damn sure it does. Because it stops you from other opportunities that you could take, but it's a big major setback for me personally.
Right. Right.
But for my age, it's like saying, especially Joe, I get this compliment from the neighbor all the damn time. He's like, because even he's talking about his daughter's boyfriends are like, they ain't really got nothing going for him. He's like, what you got going on, bro? I'm proud of you. I'm like, bro, that shit hit a little different. He over talking about, these dudes over here ain't really got nothing. All they got is their car. They still live with their parents. He's like, you over here, you had your own house. You got all your stuff paid off. You got a whole trailer. You got every damn thing you could think of full. But it's weird when I think about that because I don't think about that. I'm still thinking I'm on the bottom. That's how my mindset is. I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough is what I'm thinking. Like me in my head, every time I wake up in the morning, I could do everything perfectly. And I still think I'm not doing enough.
That's a double-edged razor, though, because that can be mentally challenging, but at the same time, it can be like a form of discipline too, because it never lets you stay stagnant. You continue to, okay, what can I do to better? What can I do to get more out of this situation? How can I make this stronger? How can I do this better? How can I elevate? So I respect that mentality.
But it's like, but I know until the day I die, anything I do is not gonna be good enough. No matter in the gym, working, nothing. It's not gonna be good enough. No matter what, it's not gonna be good enough to me. That's the reason I'm so hard on myself is because of where I came from, how I see people are now, and then I see people the way they are at my age. I'm like, yeah, they got a lot of stuff, but I'm like, who pays for it though? Be realistic. Who pays for it? I'm not roasting you, whatever. If you need to get help from your family, that's cool. That's whatever. I'm good for you. I'm glad you had the opportunity. But like I said, not everybody has those opportunities.
Right.
Like I said, y'all do, we don't. It's like saying you get in trouble, you can call your parents, you call your mom, that, hey, I need your help. Me, I can't do that, realistically. Because I gotta do mainly everything on my own. Yeah, do I get some help now? Yeah, but that was years later.
Right.
Years later.
I've actually, like recently, I haven't needed the help from my parents, but where my parents are at now in life, where they've been able to get to, like my parents actually have it now to give it to me, and I don't need it anymore. When I needed it though, they didn't have it.
Or it's in general, no matter what I'm going through, this personally, literally, we literally were just talking about it a while ago. No matter what I'm going through, I will always figure out a way by myself. I will never borrow money from nobody. You know that shit from perfect experience because you offered me straight up and I said no.
Yeah.
No matter if I was gonna be on the streets or not, I said no. I want to take it.
Tried to give this nigga some money. He was too good for my money. He was too good for my money. Said it ain't even drug dealer money no more. It's honest earned money.
Yeah, really. But no, it's just because like one, I don't. In my life, I'd rather owe companies than owe people. Because I'd rather because I can pay them off slowly, but with people it's like I need to pay them off as soon as possible. And
it's a different conscience with people.
Yeah, it'd be different if it's like, hey, I'm gifting you this money, I don't want it back. This is a gift. Okay, that's a little bit different. Possibly, and I more likely won't accept it still.
Right.
But the gesture was nice. I did appreciate that, but it's like in my heart I couldn't take it because I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know when I could give it back because of everything else that's going on. Because all it's gonna do is go towards that.
Right.
And I still got to keep paying on that. And I was like, would I rather owe an extra more money to somebody else or just keep doing what I'm doing now?
I can see that. I can see that a lot.
Because all I was doing is adding more on top of what I already got going on.
Right.
Because then but my only thing is that I got to finish paying him off before I do them. And it's just going to mess me all up. It'd be different if you were just like, hey. And I knew, plus not being rude enough, but I knew he was going to need that money too in general later on. And guess what? You still need it later on. I was like, I'm glad I didn't take it because you did need it.
I did need it, yeah.
And I'd have felt so bad because I already took it.
I mean,
see, I thought ahead, bro. I don't think in the moment. I think ahead.
We figure shit out.
Yeah, but still, I'd have been like, damn, that's
like we're both hustlers from two different beginnings, but it kind of boils down sort of the same way.
But in my head, though, I was like, see, he needed that money. And what if I already would have took it?
Right.
And then I'm over here trying to figure out how to get him that money now.
Right.
And I would have
Then
put
it's
myself
a
in a
whole
worse
different
spot.
pressure. I was about to say, yeah. Then both of us are looking at like worse because I gave it to you already, and now here you are trying to figure out. Damn, I gotta get it back to him quicker. I gotta, make sure he's straight. He just made sure I'm straight, and we're both. Yeah. I get that. I
And
definitely get
then
that.
see, I already thought ahead, and you didn't, and you were just thinking in the moment. You was like, hey,
I wasn't thinking in the moment because the money that I had given you was just extra money that I had. Did I use my extra money for the situation? Yeah, but I had the money to take care of that situation regardless. But because I didn't give you the extra money, it didn't affect my regular money. So I do see what you're saying because it did benefit me that you didn't take it.
because in
Because I didn't
general,
have to
you
take
needed
in.
it.
I didn't have to take from my regular money. So everything else still flowed the same. The extra money just got a little smaller. That was all. And we won't say how, but we came back up later on anyways. So
Exactly. So I was saying, that's interesting.
when did that just end?
It just happened right now.
Oh, like in your face? Like
But
oh
in general,
man.
but yeah, like that's the reason why I don't sort of accept money from people. Or like I think the only time I will accept it is like if it's on like a holiday or something. Just if it's like a small little hey,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't no thirsty begging ass nigga. I ain't homeless. I ain't starving. But you wanna donate to me. The Cash App. No, I'm just messing with y'all. I do take donations though, on the real. But yeah, no, I respect that. I respect that because you got a real strong get it on my own. You don't like owing nobody. You don't like owing nobody.
But I hate the people that would literally be like, hey, let me call somebody and get some money real quick. They got the money. They still gonna cost money for the money.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a time of life where I was like that. I had a pocket full of money, but my situation was a little fucked up, so I didn't want to spend what I had, and I get it from somewhere else. That was back in my bad narcissistic days, man.
But I mean, in general, I just don't see how people do it. Like, but I mean, get if you're gonna pay him back, cool. That's a little bit different. But if you know you're not gonna pay him back, like me, I would try to pay you back. But like, my thing is like, I'd be like, okay, I gotta figure out how to pay you back before anybody else. I'm over here like, I gotta take care of this. It's like the math in my head.
Right.
It's like just don't even touch it and just do what you're doing. Figure it out later on. It'd be different in a situation where like absolutely, I feel like the day I even ask you for money, you'd be like, yeah, he's in a really bad spot if he's actually willing to take my
The day
money.
you ask me for money, yeah. I won't even ask questions. I'll just be like, hold on, bro, let me get it. Because if you have broken down the pride and the person you are to actually say, yo, Hayes, can I borrow this amount? It's different than at that point. I'm gonna be like, oh, this shit is serious. So
Like, if it's a situation that I like absolutely need money right then, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll let it go for right now.
right.
I'll be like, you know what? But yeah, but you know what, bro? We need to start. I'm starting a new topic already, bro. At this point, we're gonna hop right into it. That fucking hat, bro. What the fuck's up with that hat, bro?
What's wrong with it?
It look like you belong on a semi truck ready to go to like North Carolina.
Yeah, bro. I'm going to trucking school soon.
Really?
No,
I can see that. I really could see that.
I don't like. I tried it. I did try to see, but I don't feel comfortable in them big ass trucks.
Wow.
I don't like them. Plus, I like to text when I drive. I'm reckless as hell. I cut people off in traffic and flip people off. I can't do that in a
I feel like
semi
you'd be that dude who. I know you heard about that story happened a good few years ago, because even Kim Kardashian even hopped on this when the brakes fell on that 18 wheeler.
I don't watch Kim Kardashian.
No, it had I was to say she was just one of the people that tried to help him in court.
Oh.
But it was, I can't remember, it was a few years ago. But this trucking company, this dude was driving on the interstate, his brakes gave out, and he was going down the interstate, and it gave out, and he hit like, I don't remember how many cars, but he killed a lot of people.
Oh.
But it wasn't his fault. It was the truck's.
Faulty brakes.
But the thing is, though, the truck driver is supposed to check the truck before it goes.
Right.
That's the duty of a truck
That's where
driver.
they got him on, ain't it?
Something like that. But apparently in the company too, I can't remember exactly the company, but there was quite a few truck drivers, other trucks that did similar like faulty stuff. But then I can't remember what happened in court though. But I think he got some years. Either that, he got life. One of the two.
I'm sure in that situation, manslaughter and all types of stuff would have applied.
It was with a
Even if it would have been boiled down to faulty brakes, he was doing time regardless.
That was the main issue. But the thing is, I was like thinking about it: is the trucking company liable for not keeping up with maintenance on their truck, or should he have actually
I think personally the driver has a responsibility with the truck. Granted, not all drivers are mechanics to know every detail that's going to go wrong, but
Plus, you got to think though, in those trucks, it's hydraulic brakes too. It's not like our regular stuff where you can see a lot easier. You got to think most of those, you got to think the wheels are covering up.
like the hydraulics on your lowrider.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
The one that goes. Doop, doop, doop.
Zzz, zzz.
Now I want to do that to the truck.
You can't go Dukes of Hazzard if you do that.
I just put air into it, like mid-air.
I might keep you from losing the fucking tire well.
It'll break everything underneath that truck.
Oh, well then.
Because you got to think
Let's not do that.
with hydraulics though, it's not as. I mean, it depends on how expensive you get with hydraulics. Because if you're just doing a basic kit, it's gonna be a little cheap, so it's not gonna be as thick. So if you jumping in that thing, you're easily gonna break. Because you got to think, people break their hydraulics just bouncing up and down. So this.
I used to think those shows were fucking amazing.
They got it over there at Cafe and Octane. They got those lowriders over there like that.
For real?
Yeah. They got a whole section for lowriders.
I didn't know that.
You can go check it out one of these. But the only thing is, though, you got to go early in the morning. So it's the first Sunday of every month. It's over there. It's over there at Perimeter Mall.
Okay.
And dude, trust me, like they got Lambos over there. They got every car, vehicle you could think of over there. They got different sections. Some people got VIP. A lot of celebrities go out there too. They got truck sections. Like
I'm trying to put hydraulics on my Pinto.
no. Come on, bro. Be realistic, dude. Come on, dude. Really?
No?
No.
Bro, first Pinto out here pimped. The Pimpo Pinto. No?
No, I think you just lost your street credit, bro, for like forever at that point. You're just gonna be a laughing stock at that point. But I would love to see it though.
I've seen some shit.
It's like saying just imagine a mail truck on hydraulics. Or an ice cream truck. You pimping out doing an ice cream.
I mean, I'm sure if you went to the West Coast, I'm sure them dudes had them bitches on hydraulics in the 90s.
You know what I thought about? I know this will never ever happen, but just imagine a monster truck with fucking hydraulics. Like that can bounce up and down by itself. Even though it's a lot of weight.
I thought you were going to say a food truck.
I mean, literally anything. You can put hydraulics on anything you want, really. You can even get a damn bicycle.
I got hydraulics on my toilet, so sometimes it gets intense in there.
Yeah, especially with you, bro. That's what I'm saying. You can't use the bathroom in my house no more, bro. You be blowing up my shit. My toilet, that ass be coming out, trying to breathe, trying to get some fresh air because of your ass.
I've never shit in your toilet, though.
No, it told me you did.
Your toilet told you I shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
So your toilet's talking shit, basically.
Literally. And it tried to throw your shit out, but I had to swallow it for some reason.
That's why your toilet was dirty when I peed in it. I used my urine to
Whose toilet was dirty?
Your dirty ass toilet.
Boy, you better stop. You must be talking one of your other homie houses. Like we're living on the booms.
Nah, bro. They don't even have bathrooms. They got outhouses.
You know what? I got you. From now on, you can use a bucket outside at this point.
I'll go where Rosa goes. Fuck it.
I bet you'd be right next to her. Like, how you doing? How's your day going? I feel like she'd look at you weird as hell at that point. She'd be
Probably. Like, what are you doing here?
like,
why are you outside in my area? You disrespecting me. That's how dogs mark their territory. But yo, speaking of territory, Atlanta Falcons this weekend with the Saints. Big win for the Falcons. Not to mention they did the 50 years of hip hop, like the Atlanta section though. Like everybody was out there.
Yeah.
T.I., Jeezy. You had Ludacris rappelling from the roof.
Yeah, I like that. And then he played his song "Move, Bitch," bro. I was like, oh, dude, he's bringing back a classic.
But you know what though? I don't know, bro. I would have expected T.I. or Jeezy or somebody else to have come out like that. I'm like, dang, Luda really, to me, that was like the best performance because he's in the air above everybody. I thought that was pretty cool. They had a whole disarray of Atlanta artists. As far as performers, I think the performers was a little limited. Quavo was one of the performers, if I'm not mistaken. I know on the roster, Outkast was out there. Or not Outkast, but Big Boy from Outkast. I don't think Andre 3000 was there. Lil Scrappy, just a bunch of Atlanta people.
Man, so like legends from the day.
That's what made it epic to me. I'm mad I missed it because it was like, damn, the Falcons won. Because if they would have lost with every Atlanta representative in the building, that would have sucked. but they won.
I mean, do you not see who their quarterback is?
I don't want to talk about it, bro, because I'm a supporter of the team. I can't badmouth them,
Be realistic.
but I know who they are. So hit or miss.
Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't win ever since Julio Jones left. Julio Jones was like they GOAT on that team.
Leo, don't sleep on Matt Ryan though. Matt Ryan was
Matt
good,
Ryan
bro.
is old and dusty like you. He needs to be retired.
See, I hate when people do that. Matt Ryan was one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, if not the top, while being in the Falcons. Despite whatever winning or losing they had, his stats, he was top 5 quarterback.
I don't know how. I can see Brady because of what the shit he done.
Fuck Brady.
But Brady the GOAT.
Fuck Brady.
But he the GOAT.
He can suck a dick.
Yeah, we know. You know about that for damn.
No, I don't. He can suck a dick with LeBron too. I'm Team Jordan. Fuck LeBron. I fuck with you, LeBron, but Space Jam was fucked up, nigga. Space Jam was fucked up.
Space Jam. I didn't even. You know what's messed up? I didn't even watch the new Space Jam.
You haven't watched the new Space Jam? Don't. I'm really getting tired of
the new Space Jam stuff.
People just making the new stuff from the old stuff.
I didn't even realize that though.
And here's my thing.
Because Jordan was in the original one, then LeBron they put the old GOAT.
But I thought they would give the old story some life in the new version.
Oh, they didn't do nothing. They did like a whole remake.
They did. It's a whole other thing. Wow. Modernized in this day with social media, LeBron's kids, all that type of. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Was it bad? No. It wasn't bad. It wasn't what I expected Space Jam.
Well, yeah, because you expect the old stuff because, you know, back in your day.
Back in my day are all the classics. Y'all don't have no classics now.
What you mean? Our early 2000 stuff is our classics, bro. I'm sorry.
That's not y'all's. You were babies when that shit came out. I'm talking about right now in this day and time, there are no classics. 2000s is 20 years ago, 2 decades. That's almost your whole life. I'm talking about right now, in this day and time, what classic stuff is there being right now? Original of its own, it's first of a kind. Nothing. Everything's imitation, part 2, continued.
Okay, I can see that. But it's
although early 2000s was lit.
But it's our version of like we got no, Cat Dog was 90s.
I was about to say what?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
90s.
Man, I was only off by 1 fucking year. I can say that was me, but I was off by a whole year. Damn. Yeah, you got me really thinking about that. Yeah.
Well, bro, some of these new gens don't even know.
I can think one of a kind thing we can all think of is social media. Pretty much, social media is our thing.
Right.
Can't take that away from us at that point.
Social media.
Because back then you had the motherfucking.
Bro, you were barely born when social media started. You know that, right?
Shut the fuck up.
I was 14.
Yeah.
I was 14. Yeah. I enjoyed the legendary days of MySpace.
You literally over here in class trying to talk to a girl, running out in class, but like.
Yeah, that was the classic way of doing it.
Exactly.
Passing notes,
over here just be like, yo, you trying to go out tonight?
Yeah, because y'all are a bunch of fucking entitled device users. You guys, your faces are buried in devices. We didn't have devices. We had to go out and get it.
So, I mean, we do too.
Everything you do is through your phone. And? Tell me what you don't do through your phone.
I can do a lot through my phone. Without my phone.
I mean, okay, there's things you can do without your phone, obviously.
But I was like, you say do everything through your phone. There's only so far you can go with your phone before you gotta do without your phone.
Like?
You know, stuff.
I'm not talking about physical stuff. I'm just saying in general, bro. Everything that your day begins with picking up your phone.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, in general, like nowadays, you can literally go to the store. You don't have to go to the store anymore. You can get your groceries delivered to you through your phone.
Yeah, I hate that shit. My wife does it.
But guess how convenient it is, though.
But do you know sometimes I only been working or doing whatever. I ain't been out the house. So she's like, yeah, we got to do grocery shopping. So I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna get out. I get dressed. She's like, what are you getting dressed for? It's on the front porch. I'm like, nobody goes to the grocery store no more? Everyone orders everything.
Yeah.
Today I went to go to Sam's, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to go on Sam's and get this big list. And she's like, when you pull up into these parking spaces and tell me what number you're in. I was like, shit, I'm in number 3. 2 seconds later, they was like, hey, Mr. Reyes, here's your order. I'm going to load it up for you in your trunk. And I was like, yo, we're lazy nowadays, bro.
I get that. I mean,
don't get me wrong, it's just convenient some days. It's convenient as hell.
No, I mean, because, okay, look. Not gonna lie, there's some days where I will just order through my phone, but there's some days where I'm just like, I just want to go to the grocery store. I just want to get out of the house. I just want to walk around the store and look at stuff.
I like it for the simple effect of getting out of the house, but I hate grocery shopping. So some days when she gets it ordered, I'm not mad about it. Like today, she went to Aldi. I stayed in the car.
Exactly. But I mean, like you said, there's some days you want to get outside the house. You want to go out for a little bit. You've been inside all day, whether you've been at work, whatever. And there's some days where you're just tired as hell. You're just like, I'm going to order the night before. Be here right here in the morning. Exactly what I needed.
I've been so lazy. When the new sneakers dropped at Hibbett, I had them bitches delivered. What's it called?
What?
Obviously not Uber Eats. It's that other app that you use to get shit.
DoorDash?
Nah, I didn't have no shoes, DoorDash. It was another thing. Placemates? You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah. I know what you're talking about. But
And they went and bought the shoes for me and everything. I left them like a $30, $40 tip, and they bought me the shoes to my house. And then I put the shoes on and went to the mall. But didn't want to stop at Ibbott's that was like 15 minutes from the house.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dang, I didn't realize, dude, technology. But you got to think about how much technology does help nowadays, though, in this modern day and age. If you really think about it. Because you got to think there's so much we can do. It's like saying, like, back, well, it was like back in your fucking day. Like you literally had to drive somewhere. Or, like, literally for y'all had landlines back in the day. So you could only talk. Or back then, too, y'all had payphones. So you had to stop so often and be like, double check. And say, hey, am I still good to come over?
I was watching a movie from the 90s. And it was like in the movie, he's on the road making this trip to go pick up his brother. And every time he talks to his girl that's on a payphone, I realize how spoiled I've become with our technology. How mad I'd be if I had to stop and pay some coins to talk on the phone every time I want to talk to my girl. Nobody could send nudes back in the day.
Yeah, you could.
You had to go up and see that shit.
No, take a picture, get that shit in the mail.
That was prison shit.
And people still did it back then too. Think about it. You had to wait 3 to 5 business days, but you'd get it. And like nowadays, you can take one picture and just be like, oh.
The whole world can see your picture in a matter of seconds. Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you think about it, if we put this into a real perspective, AI shit is scary.
Oh, it is. And as much stuff is actually, there's a really big benefit to it, but there's also a really big downside because you got to think it can take over your voice. It can look like you. It can do anything. Like, I don't want to see because
hence AI, artificial intelligence. All the movies in your whole life that you've seen with artificial intelligence, I don't know if you've paid attention.
Yeah, I know.
What does it show? Artificial intelligence fucking taking over, and it's man versus machine.
It's like saying, for instance, like with the CGI from Fast and Furious when they had to do Paul Walker after he died.
Right.
And it looked just like him. You could tell it wasn't real if you were really paying attention. But
I'm about to say, if you were a true Paul Walker fan, you can tell it's not 100%, but it's damn good.
No, it's like right there near him, like perfectly.
Well,
right
they used
there.
his brother.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's not. It doesn't matter if his brother or not. You can tell the difference between them two.
Right.
But
I'm gonna CGI a movie where I play you.
But in the movie though, you could see it perfectly. Like it was him. Like clear, like he never went nowhere.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to use the CGI again, and then part 2 supposedly, in the Fast X Part 2.
Yeah, they said they are. They did confirm that. Yeah.
And I was over here like, yo, I'm gonna get chills when I see that.
I still get chills when it's the last movie Paul Walker was in. At the end of the movie, him and Vin Diesel split off, and they start, it's been a long... Bro, I'll be in the house like, they be like, yo, you alright? I was like, yeah, something in the air, man.
Yeah, bro. No, I'll be saying the same way, because every time I hear that, I couldn't listen to that song for the longest, because every time I did, I was like, damn it. But that song wasn't only for that, it's just talking about, like, for your homies and stuff. It's like...
I relate that song to other people.
Exactly. That's what makes you, like...
That was a great song, though.
Exactly. And the weird part was, though, they made it, because they explained how they made it, too, in a matter of, like, a day, because of how quick they got it done, but it just all came to... It's mainly Charlie Puth. Mainly the...
Who?
I butchered it.
You butchered the fuck out of that. Pew?
Yeah,
Is it Pew? P-U... Isn't it P-U-G-H? Charlie, nonetheless.
Yeah,
Charles. What's supposed to call him? Charles, for short.
But in general... It was like, because he came out with it like matter of a day. He was just playing around and he just came up with the lyrics and everything with Wiz Khalifa, and I was like, wow.
Not gonna lie, in the beginning, I was like, when I saw featuring Wiz Khalifa, I was like, Wiz might butcher this song, man. This is for
It went
Paul,
perfectly.
and no, it was perfect. It was perfect.
But the thing about it was though, Charlie wasn't supposed to be on it. He wasn't the original person. I can't remember who it was, but they didn't really want him originally on there with it.
Oh wow.
It was supposed to be somebody else. But once Charlie came up with his part, he took over the main portion of the song. So they were like, wow. Because Wiz was supposed to be the main person of the song, but then,
right.
But if you really think about it, Charlie
was Wiz's song, if I'm not mistaken.
But Charlie technically took over that song. If you really think about it.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily listen to it all the way for Wiz.
Yeah, exactly. You see here Charlie.
I remember when I was in the movie theater, and I watched that movie all the way through. At the end of it, bro, I don't think I've ever been in a movie theater with more emotion in it.
It hit different. I don't know why.
Like everybody, like there, you could hear the gasps and the excitement throughout the whole movie. And at the very end, bro, it was like when it was time for everybody to walk out, all you heard was the movie. You didn't hear a single person, and everyone sat in their seats for a minute. Like I think everybody was like, wiping tears and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, like I have never gotten attached to too many TV shows or movie characters or anything like that. But Paul Walker, and not just Fast and the Furious, though. I think almost everything Paul Walker did.
Yeah, I watched every single movie he's been in. It's just because
I watched that truck driving movie where him and his brother pay a prank. I just watched that yesterday, and I was like, you know how long ago that was?
Dude, it was so,
and he acted the fuck out that role.
Oh, damn. Oh, I know you're talking about. It's like Last Ride or something like that.
Yeah,
Last Ride.
I think it's Last Ride.
Because then they had multiples of it, too. They had a series with it.
They had another one of that movie, and it was called Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
But there's a horror version of Wrong Turn, and then there's something like what Paul Walker did in Last Ride on that one.
Then also I think it was I remember he did Brick Mansion. That was a good ass one.
Brick Mansion was pretty good, and I didn't even know Brick Mansion was a thing until it was streamable.
Yeah.
I don't remember it in movies
I watched
or
that
advertised.
Back in like 2015.
He did what was it? Deep Blue?
Yeah.
He did Deep Blue. Bro, he did Takers. When he did Takers.
What was another one? It was the one where because they didn't really put it in theaters because I think he was
Skulls. Skulls was a good one.
No, it was one where he was a dad and he had like a hurricane or something went through the hospital.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I seen that shit on Tubi, if I'm not mistaken, is where I discovered it.
Yeah, but they didn't put it out in theaters.
I think it's a daughter.
Yeah,
he's got a daughter in that movie.
It was like a little daughter. It was like she's like in an incubator, and he has to try to like keep her alive.
Keep her alive.
And he had to turn
it's
the
a
crank.
Storm and shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? That's probably gonna be on the movie watch list tonight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like it's not a great role, but for me, I saw him in the first Fast and Furious, and that's where I first saw him at, and I grew up with him.
I want to say Skulls is where I saw him first.
I saw him from Fast and Furious because I saw him from Fast and Furious, but actually no, I think I saw him from Too Fast and Furious because they used to always be on TV like that, and my dad loved it too, so we'd always watch. That'd be like a little thing because I don't know why I think Too Fast, Too Furious was one of my favorite ones.
In Puerto Rico, the tuner scene is still, like, I mean, granted, I know it's on and popping here in the States, but I don't see it as much. But in Puerto Rico...
you see it, it's just not where you can actually see it.
Right, but in Puerto Rico, that shit is alive and going. And when Fast and the Furious came out, holy shit. Let me tell you something, bro. We had the bootleg. We watched that movie, me and my brother, every day. My dad had a Supra in the backyard, a 88, 89 Supra.
The same, bro.
It looks like the DeLorean. He had a Malibu and a Charger, and he was fixing all of them up little by little, bro. And we would watch the movies, and we'd walk outside in fucking tank tops and shit and act like we were Dominic Toretto and fucking Brian trying to fix cars and shit. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
We'll be like, yeah, man, that turn thing right there, yeah.
My brother would make me be Paul because I was skinny, and he would be Vin Diesel because he was the buff one. And we would go outside, and he'll be talking. He'll be like, yeah, family. And I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, just...
The white boy?
Right.
I can see you pulling that out, though.
Right. But yeah, that Paul Walker, that hit different when he actually died. Because it was like, yo, we're not going to get
Do you remember where you were when you found out he died? I can remember the day. I can remember exactly where I was the day he died. Because actually, his anniversary just passed up earlier.
I don't remember where I was.
Because he died in November.
I remember it coming across my phone screen, and it was like, and it was fucked up because what came across my phone screen was the irony: Paul Walker dies in car crash, and I was like, oh, this has got to be one of those fucked up Hollywood.
Yeah,
things.
death, like fake death thing, like.
And
or like
I kept looking into it, and then I think I was pulling up to an ex's house of mine, and she was in the living room. And she was flipping through the TV, and she was like, "Oh my God!" And it showed the people around the scene from where his car had wrecked, and I was like, I was actually taken away from it for a second. Like my breath had got taken because I was like, "Yo, Paul died." You would think I knew him. I was like, "Yo, Paul, like my nigga Paulie, Paulie's gone." Like I was like, "Nah, this ain't right." I started looking up on the internet and shit. Instantly, all of his movies start coming across different channels and shit. He had one movie where he goes like back in time to like a medieval times. Yeah, he's got a lot of movies. I thought at one point Fast and the Furious was where his career had began. He had a career long before Fast and the Furious. As a kid. But Fast and the Furious is what like set that motherfucker off.
Put his name out there for sure.
He got that Hollywood star off of that, man.
No, literally, I remember exactly where I was. It's crazy how he died in 2014 too. That's been a good little minute.
You was eating at a Mexican restaurant, wasn't you?
No. I was sitting in my den in the trailer park at my house, and we were just watching.
This happened that long ago?
Yes. He died in November, bro. It happened this month.
Oh shit.
I don't remember what day exactly, but I remember it was November, if I'm right. Pretty sure it is. But I remember I was sitting me and my mom were sitting on the couch watching TV, and it popped up at the bottom of our screen. Paul Walker died. I was like, yo, what? Turn on news record. I was like, yo, no. I was low-key started tearing up, bro. I was like, Fast and Furious, bro.
I feel like Paul Walker was a universal white boy, too. Like, everybody loved Paul Walker.
Everybody did.
There was no race division on Paul Walker.
No, with Paul Walker, no. It's like messed up. It's like...
Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Yeah, exactly. We be saying that all the time.
Hell yeah.
Like, I think that was like one of my favorite parts about that was that it was like, yo.
I love Too Fast, Too Furious because it was almost like, sure, in the first Fast and the Furious, him and Vin Diesel's relationship was great, but then it ended, a little fucked up. But him and Tyrese, seeing them come together, and Tyrese is a fucking great actor already. Talking legendary. Talking about Jody. Tyrese in the 90s singing and shit. But those two getting together. Now, I'm not going to lie. Fast forward, he's annoying to me now in the movies.
But he's still funny.
But he's funny. It's funny as hell.
Funny as hell.
The greatest to me, one of the greatest Fast and the Furious scenes of all time is Ludacris and Tyrese when The Rock comes on, where he's like, better hide that big ass forehead, and Ludacris spits up the drink. Have you seen the interview where they're talking about it? They're like, yo, that was not scripted. He came out of nowhere with that. He's like, I really spit out my drink, and Tyrese was like, yeah, he said that.
But I was so deep in that, bro. Once I heard that, I was really doing research for like a good minute. I was doing it for like a good little minute, like doing my research and shit on it.
It's a bid that ends in a minute.
Don't that suck?
Hold on, bro.
Bro, really, dog?
Yeah. You have to excuse me. I'm bidding on something here.
So that's how you know this man's really dedicated on this for real. You really are that dedicated on it. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about what I was talking about at this point. But no, I did like a lot of research after this because like there were so many like theories and stuff. They were like, oh, he faked his death. He's living on an island somewhere. Da 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 da. And I was like, I'm really looking this up. But because you got to think though, him and the other drivers' body was burnt so bad though to a crisp. It was really like, what's it called? What's it called when he can't like identify him? Like unidentifiable.
Unidentifiable, yeah.
But apparently some of his friends try to hop in, jump in there, and get it with him and everything. And then apparently in some videos and stuff, like you can see they got security footage in it. Like I don't know where it was, but it was on a pole, and you can see where they crashed, and you see where the fire immediately comes up. Like apparently, like his death was like instantaneously at that point. You good, bro?
Pretty sure I lost it.
Yeah, I'm glad you did at this point.
Almost had it there, man.
At that point, you deserve to lose it.
Nah.
Yeah, because you taking away from the podcast.
Business. We ain't getting paid off of this. I'm flipping that. Not yet, but one day we will.
Exactly. But yeah, I was doing so much research on it because I was intrigued. I was like, yo, I was like, this can't be real. Like, I'm so used to growing up seeing him. Like, it feels like he part. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. Like, he's a part of your family in some way. Think about it. He's there. You watch as a kid, and you want your kids to watch his movies when you get older.
Right.
When they get older, you want to sit down and be like, hey, I want to show you a series I grew up with. But apparently there's like one photo supposedly where you could see coming, like you could see the fucking form through the fire,
What form?
like spirit type of form. You
Oh,
can see it in the fire. I looked at it and I was like, Photoshop. But you never know. You can never know. In my opinion, I was over here like, bro, is that real? Whatever. Because I don't know why.
And another thing about Paul Walker is they said like a lot of the characters that he played, Paul Walker played a lot of good people in his movies too. And they said in real life he was that good of a guy.
Yeah, because he started that foundation and then his daughter took over. I feel so bad because I don't remember the foundation. But on his free time though, he was out in third world countries providing for kids and stuff, like helping them with everything they needed. No, it's not Make-A-Wish. Dude, I'm gonna feel so bad because I don't remember it. But I remember what it is about.
I think he had his own, but he was involved in a few, if I'm not mistaken.
He was involved in a few, but he had his own that he made. And it was like mainly Africans. Mainly, he was going out to Africa and going out there like helping with like medication, schools, anything they needed.
Right.
Or like now, like, but it still hits. Even thinking about it, not saying Paul Walker in films, because it's like thinking, what other films could have been in too? What he could have created? What roles that he could have been in? Because you could look at some movies nowadays and could have been like, Paul Walker would have done a better job.
Right.
Just because of who he is what I'm thinking about. I think sometimes it's the same thing, like Mark Wahlberg, some movies that he's in, I'm like, Paul Walker would have done better. Because you can just picture certain characters being, like, they should have been in this. Like, that person didn't need that role. They didn't deserve that role. That other character should have deserved that role.
Right.
Or sometimes, I mean, they do a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah. It's true. I don't think in this situation it would happen, but
yeah, I think it's that time.
What time?
Time for you to go to your bedtime.
No.
Yeah, it look like you look a little tired over there.
No, for once I'm actually good.
Oh, really?
Been staying up late here lately.
Grandpa don't need to go to sleep?
No, man. Abuelo's not ready to go to sleep.
So proud of you.
Speaking of some other shit.
Staying up so late.
Speaking of some other shit, ladies and gentlemen, we just passed Thanksgiving last week. One of the other reasons why we took a little extra time off on that time, because it was a busy week, at least for my end of things as far as the podcast. I couldn't be present if I wanted to. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some of y'all already done put up your Christmas stuff. But there's one problem I have with this time of the year. And it's fucking Mariah Carey. I'm fucking tired of every song, every store I go into. This song is on repeat. I swear all the stores have it on sync. There has to be more Christmas music. Mariah, baby, mwah, cool, love you. You got a lot of music. I'm sick of you around this time of the year, though. If I hear that shit one more time, it gave me PTSD. I can't even go to TJ Maxx now and do shopping because as soon as I walk in that bitch, all you hear is, all I want for Christmas is you. And I'm like I can't even hear it no more because we need more than Mariah Carey. There's a bunch of shit out there,
but
man.
If you really think about it, though, I don't really hear no other song. I've never heard any of her music except for that song.
What, you never heard any of Mariah's music?
Except for that one song.
See, when I was in high school, she I think it was when she came out with her last little.
Back in your day.
Fuck you.
I'm not wrong though. You old as hell. Be realistic.
I'm 35. That's not old as hell.
It is old as hell compared to me. You got a whole 10 years plus on me.
Your balls ain't dropped yet. Shut up, nigga.
Hey, my voice is deep. Shut up, bitch.
Nah, but
Hey,
for
look,
real,
look,
like,
your age, your ball's finna go back up, so shut the fuck up.
my hang
Or
too
you-
low
or your-
sometimes.
Or your
Low.
ball's finna get
I
snipped,
hang
one
a
of the
little low
two.
to the right. Ain't nobody snipping my shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't even have kids anymore anyway, so they don't need to be snipped. They're just there for decoration.
Hey, look, you can, hey, like little ornaments, put a little lights on them bitch. Hey, the
Only you would think of some shit like
Hey,
that.
the mistletoe on that bitch. But like, if you this low, I deserve a kiss.
No, but for real, ladies and gentlemen, I need suggestions on new Christmas music because she can't be the only thing we hear
that got
every
me
year.
cracked up. You can dead ass decorate your little tree. You can put the little star on that bitch.
You're thinking too much about this. My genitals are on your mind.
No,
way too hard
not
right
children.
now.
I was just thinking of the factor, bro. I'm not gay, bro. I'm pretty much straight.
I never said you were, so the
You
fact
already-
that you had to volunteer that statement says that there might be some repression in your system going
Right.
on. I'm just saying.
Ain't never. Everybody knows. Everybody knows me knows I can't be gay, and that's a fact.
I don't know. I had my suspicions in the beginning.
Really.
I thought you was a big gay meatball.
But look at me now. I'm a little string cheese.
And disclosure statement. I ain't got nothing against gay folks. Y'all my niggas too.
Put it out there.
Got to. We in cancel culture, man. And I ain't got nothing against nobody anyways.
I
Like,
don't mean it.
in this day and age, you
What you mean? I ain't got a
if
little.
you say you like the red beans more than the green beans, there's a group out there somewhere that's gonna call you racist against beans.
Seriously. Oh my god. It could be like this. It'd be like, I don't like your hat. And then literally, you got like 50, whatever amount of people over there like, oh, what's wrong with his hat? Is it because the way he looks? Like, they'll take it out of proportion away from
Somebody
the
will
hat.
break this hat down in every way
Like, why? 'Cause
possible, and
the
there's a
fabric, the
different group.
materials, is it because it got a star on it? You
Right,
got an H on it?
right. The H, what you don't like Houston? What's wrong with Houston? Like, people will just, it saddens me because it seems like everything that we have going on, we can't laugh anymore at anything. Now, I do get that there are some things that it's like, okay, we don't need to be laughing at, and it doesn't need to be said.
Certain situations, yes. But
'Cause
the
here's-
majority of the situations,
I'm gonna give you an example. Last week on Facebook, I see somebody post a status about
bro, look like you got the fucking Ben 10 watch on.
about the world. Oh yeah, I transformed.
He's like, turn to him.
It was surrounding the word retarded and how retarded should not be said anymore, and how people that actually suffer from mental incapacities get offended by that, or relatives or people that have to deal with them, and it shouldn't be used as a negative word. But here's my thing, right? I have mentally challenged relatives.
Oh, I thought you said you were. I was like, I can tell you are. You got a few extra chromosomes up there.
See, you saying some shit like that, there are people out there that will, oh my god, their whole world is going to go to shit, and they are coming after you just for that, because it's like a negative thing. But my thing is like, back in the day, some of these same people that are defending this shit used to be like, oh, that's retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, this is retarded. Oh, I've never looked at a person that was mentally challenged and said, huh, they're retarded. No, never. Like, never. When I say it's retarded, I don't mean it in the sense of that person. I mean retarded. This is stupid. Like,
yeah,
this is dumb.
yeah. I get that. Or like, you can't say sped. You can't say a lot of stuff. You can't say certain words. But I mean, some people make fun of it. But like, some people, like, I know people who are like special ed or whatever. Like, they're special. They joke around about it themselves with me.
Right,
And they're like, it's okay. Because they're like, I'm getting on you. You can get on me like this.
But I'm starting to notice, dude, the sensitivity Karens.
Oh.
Like, it's so annoying that, like, Matt Rife. Now, what Matt Rife did was a little fucked up. I don't have the full info on that, but
You talking about that tweet?
him making those jokes and then sending a tweet out with a link to buy special ed helmets. Like, bro, that wasn't the way to try to seek
I thought
forgiveness in that
you talking about one of his
situation.
old tweets that he should have got canceled on. It was like, oh, now I can.
Is there something about domestic violence?
Mm-mm.
See, what I have understood is he made some domestic violence jokes. They attacked him for it, and he put out an apology or something, and then there was a link like for a charity, but it was for special ed helmets, and then that pissed everybody off even more, because it was like, what, are you trying to be funny? And then I'm gonna flip the coin on the other side. People are trying to police comedy. You shouldn't say this kind of joke. You shouldn't say that. Being offensive is the edge of comedy. It's what gives comedy
It's
the
like-
edge.
it's like
because it gives us a chance to laugh at some shit we normally wouldn't laugh at.
It's like,
Look at Dave Chappelle. Holy shit. The black KKK person? Like, come on, bro. That is crazy as fuck, but that's comedy.
I mean, but yeah, I think though everybody has their own taste. It's like saying same thing with comedy, food, whatever. Everybody has their own.
But if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's that simple.
But you gotta think of people just watch it just to judge you.
True.
It's like saying people who'd watch this are like, oh, look at these dumbasses out here.
Right.
But then other people gonna be like, oh, I like the information they're gonna. I like that they're stupid. I like the shit that they do. Everybody has their own little taste. It's not for everything. It's not for everybody. Everybody has their own little fan base.
but these same jokes 10 to 15 years ago didn't cause these people to lose their careers.
People just look at it and be like, oh, whatever. Now it's like, oh, why are they saying this?
Right.
Two.
Somewhere somebody got their tampon hurt and then decides to, like I said, make a group.
No, it's their time.
And then we're going to cancel this person for that. Now, like I said, I'm not defending Matt Rife in any of that situation. But there's other shit that I see people post about where I'm like, how are you that sensitive?
Or it's like social media. It's like same thing with like TikTok. You say certain words or you do certain things on TikTok, gone for a week. You're gone. Like,
right.
Yeah, or they disable your whole entire account. Or it's like saying like the Andrew Tate thing. He got canceled, but guess what? He's on a whole different platform. He came back, but he was just speaking what he wasn't like. Don't we got like freedom of speech? What's wrong with our freedom of speech? We can't use it if we're getting judged for using it.
I think it was mainly the women that canceled him. He said certain things that made sense. He said other shit that I see where it's offensive to women. So I'm not gonna dig deep into it because I don't have like an actual statement in mind that I could defend, nor one that I could trash.
No, but a lot of stuff he said is sort of like right. I mean, like, because one of his...
He said a lot of shit that was actual reality.
Yeah. And, like, one of the things is, like, saying, like, this. One thing I can remember, like, to this day is, like, what he said was, you know, you want a man who makes a minimum 100K a year, 6 figures a year, has his own place, has his own, stable life, his own car or whatever, has everything, like, for himself. But what do you have to provide to him? Like, you ain't got no job. You still at home with your parents. You ain't got your own car. The only thing you can provide is some, like, pre-owned cooch. That's it. But you expect him to have all this.
Oh, that digs into a topic that I saw, and it's gotten real popular, where the guy in the video says, look at every woman in this room and ask them if they would date a bum. A man with no job. A man with no education, no career, no nothing. Turn around and ask a man if he would date a bum. A woman that doesn't have this, a woman that doesn't have that, and most men would take the woman, but the woman wouldn't take the man the same way.
I know.
And that is a true societal thing.
Because it's like
we have to come to the table with offerings.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's like, but what does the woman have to benefit from me? At that point, I don't care. Like what you gonna do? You gonna sit at home all day, clean the house, whatever? I can do it myself. I can cook and clean for myself. Like something that I can't do. And the only thing you got that I ain't got is that. But you.
I was gonna say I was gonna.
But you go to the store and buy that nowadays. If you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be realistic.
About
but it's like saying if a woman can bring something else to the table too that you don't have, it's a little bit different. But if you ain't got nothing, but then if a girl ain't got nothing going for him, and then you expect the dude to have all this, be realistic. Why would a dude, unless, okay, think about it, it'd be a little bit different if y'all both had nothing and y'all both grow from the bottom up.
Build it up together, right?
Or it's like she's like willing to help you build up more. It's a little bit different. But if you expect him to do everything by himself and not support him any other way, that's where I'm like, yeah, no.
I get what you're saying.
Because, like, be realistic. Why would somebody want to be with somebody like that? But it's crazy, though, how nowadays girls would do that, though. Girls would get with bums, no problem.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
I know. But it's weird how it's flipped a little bit now. It's like dudes who have everything going for them, the girls don't want them because they ain't got time for them. But then they get with the bums, and you realize why he has so much time for you.
Right.
Because he ain't got nothing going for him.
I always say you either build with a busy man or you babysit a broke one.
Exactly. That's all I'm ever thinking about.
I don't mind being babysat, y'all.
I bet he don't. I bet you would love a little bottle and a pacifier to take a nap and she pat you back to burp you.
If the pacifier was a titty and the bottle had like passion fruit juice, all day.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
Don't.
I know what to get you
I don't know what, but.
Got you, bro.
Oh.
I got you, bro.
But it's been a great episode. It feels good to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the inconsistency. We're going to have more episodes coming up, and we are going to up the content. I know I said that a couple of episodes ago. Life has been a little busy here lately, but we are prioritizing, at least me. He doesn't have to. He's usually the one telling me, hey, bro, what about this? What about that? I get tied up in a lot of different things, but we are going to bring you guys more content. We're going to bring you more podcast episodes. We were just brushing the dust off because we had been probably about 3 weeks since we did the last episode and Thanksgiving passed, but it feels good to be back, and we're going to have more in store for y'all, so just stay tuned.
Yeah, hopefully this time we'll stay more consistent.
Right.
I'm going to be on your ass a lot more. It's an FYI.
Right.
There ain't no more. Unless you dying, we going to be here.
Hey, somebody.
Even if then, I'm going to go to the hospital room. We're going to film a podcast. I'm going to be right here next to him sitting in the chair.
Somebody got a girlfriend now, though, so his time always be taken now, though. I was just saying.
I heard you. I heard you what you said. That's cool. But in general, I still made time for this, though, in general.
I made time for it, too.
No.
Well, Thanksgiving week is off the table, and being sick is off the table. Now, the other time I said no, I don't have an explanation because I don't remember it, but yeah.
But in general, now we're gonna hold each other accountable and get back to our shit.
We're gonna get back to it, right.
We're gonna stick to it. We're gonna start having a new episode every single week. Every single week there will be a new episode out.
That's how we started it off, anyways, and we're gonna keep up with that.
No matter what.
And we'll have our third co-host back for another episode.
Queso is not here today.
Queso's invisible.
Yeah.
She here in spirit.
Yeah, she's here.
But we love you, Queso. We miss you.
Why? I don't know
Maybe.
why we're doing this.
I don't know either. Hey.
Yeah, I don't think we should be doing that, but okay, that's
probably
cool.
not. Never mind.
Yeah, but in general, I'm glad to see everybody. I'm glad we're back in general, but this is
the Bean Dip Podcast, and we're out. Bitches!